The foot, standard symbol, FT, is a unit of length in the British Imperial and United States customary systems of measurement. The prime symbol, single quote, is a customarily used alternative symbol. Since the International Yard and Pound Agreement of 1959, 1 foot is defined as 0.3048 meters exactly. In customary and imperial units, 1 foot comprises 12 inches and 1 yard comprises 3 feet. Historically, the foot was a part of many local systems of units, including the Greek, Roman, Chinese, French, and English systems. It varied in length from country to country, from city to city, and sometimes from trade to trade. Its length was usually between 250 mm and 335 mm and was generally, but not always, subdivided into 12 inches or 16 digits. The United States is the only industrialized nation that uses the international foot and the survey foot in preference to the meter in its commercial, engineering, and standards activities. The foot is legally recognized in the United Kingdom. Road signs must use imperial units, while its usage is widespread among the British public as a measurement of height. The foot is recognized as an alternative expression of length in Canada, officially defined as a unit derived from the meter, although both the UK and Canada have partially metricated their units of measurement. The measurement of altitude in international aviation is one of the few areas where the foot is used outside the English-speaking world. The length of the international foot corresponds to a human foot with shoe size of 13 or 48. Historically, the human body has been used to provide the basis for units of length. The foot of an adult Caucasian male is typically about 15.3% of his height, giving a person of 175 centimeters a foot length of about 268 millimeters. On average, archaeologists believe that the Egyptians, ancient Indians and Mesopotamians preferred the cubit, while the Romans and the Greeks preferred the foot. Under the Harappan linear measures, Indus cities during the Bronze Age used a foot of 33.35 centimeters. The Greek foot, its exact size varied from city to city and could range between 270 millimeters to 325 millimeters, the former being close to the size of the Roman foot. The standard Roman foot, but in the provinces, the so-called pes drushnanus. Originally both the Greeks and the Romans subdivided the foot into 16 digits, but in later years, the Romans also subdivided the foot into 12 anci. After the fall of the Roman Empire, some Roman traditions were continued but others fell into disuse. In AD 790, Charlemagne attempted to reform the units of measure in his domains. His units of length were based on the toise and in particular the toise de la cretois, the distance between the fingertips of the outstretched arms of a man. The toise has 6 pieds each of 326.6 millimeters. He was unsuccessful in introducing a standard unit of length throughout his realm. An analysis of the measurements of Charlieu Abbey shows that during the 9th century the Roman foot of 296.1 millimeters. The procedure for verification of the foot is described in the 16th century posthumously published work by Jacob Kobel in his book Geometrie von Kunstlichem Feldmessen und Absehen is. Stand at the door of a church on a Sunday and bid 16 men to stop, tall ones and small ones, as they happen to pass out when the service is finished. Then make them put their left feet one behind the other, and the length thus obtained shall be a right and lawful rood to measure and survey the land with, and the 16th part of it shall be the right and lawful foot. The Neolithic long foot, first proposed by archaeologists Mike Parker Pearson and Andrew Chamberlain, is based upon calculations from surveys of Phase 1 elements at Stonehenge. They found that the underlying diameters of the stone circles had been consistently laid out using multiples of a base unit amounting to 30 long feet, which they calculated to be 1.056 of a modern international foot. Furthermore, this unit is identifiable in the dimensions of some stone lintels at the site and in the diameter of the southern circle at nearby Durrington walls. Evidence that this unit was in widespread use across southern Britain is available from the Folkestone drums from Yorkshire and a similar object The Lavender Drum, excavated at Lavender, Sussex, again with a circumference divisible as a whole number into 10 long feet. The measures of Iron Age Britain are uncertain and proposed reconstructions such as the megalithic yard are controversial. Later Welsh legend credited Dyf Nul Moelmud with the establishment of their units, including a foot of 9 inches. The Belgic or North German foot of 335 mm was introduced to England either by the Belgic Celts during their invasions prior to the Romans or by the Anglo-Saxons in the 5th and 6th century. Roman units were introduced following their invasion in AD 43. Following the Roman withdrawal and Saxon invasions, the Roman foot continued to be used in the construction crafts while the Belgic foot was used for